leg.
Yes. We're done with the
You
salt.
want to get simple bottles, boxes, bags, and cans. Just like let that stuff go. Eat fruit, be cute. I've heard that said.
Okay, I have to ask you this, Doug, because I need your help. So yesterday, thank you for the salt. Okay, we're done. We are done, guys. No more salt for us. Now, yesterday, a very famous plant-based doctor who shall not be named said,
Okay.
quote, verbatim, this is a quote, not verbatim, this is quote, overeating fruit could lower the bioavailability of certain nutrients, particularly protein on a plant-based diet. Now, when I heard that quote yesterday, Doug, overeating fruit could lower, I wrote it down exactly as he said it, could lower the bioavailability of certain nutrients, particularly protein, on a plant-based diet. And then he went on, Doug, to explain how people, especially over 70, need to have more protein as they age, just like toddlers and older people need more protein. And then so he's not recommending a raw food diet or a fruit-based diet because of this. Because cooking increases the amount of bioavailable protein, and so therefore it's much smarter to cook your food and not eat a lot of fruit because of this. What are your thoughts on this statement? Overeating fruit could lower the bioavailability of certain nutrients, particularly protein, on a plant-based diet. What?
Okay.
I'm
What a scientifically unsound position to take. That that is a really um, vulnerable position that was taken by whoever this was. Okay. Um, would you like me to break that down a little?
Yes, please. And also the part about older people needing more protein.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Number one,
Yes.
if, okay, one, if what he said was true, and I'm going to assume if what he
Please.
said was true, he would not say could. He would say overeating on fruit lowers bioavailability of certain nutrients. He would not say could.
Right.
This was a hedge because I've never, ever, ever seen a study that said such a thing.
What's a hedge mean?
It means he lied by misdirection.
Yeah.
He
Right.
lied by misdirection because he said it could,
Right.
like it could be possible. Um, any chance you know who Judy Tenuta is?
No.
Well, Judy Tenuta does some kind of counseling these days. I don't know, relationship or sexuality or something counseling. But her earlier career was a stand-up comic. And she was at one point in my life my favorite stand-up comic. She told stories that started out so realistic that for sure she was telling a real life story. And then the story would become so fantastic that it stretched all margins of credibility well beyond the breaking point. At which point she would venture out of her airy fairy, oh my lovely little voice from out, and then this, she'd break out of that voice and break into a voice that sounded something like, it could happen. And she would say it just like that. It could happen. And no, it couldn't possibly happen. It couldn't possibly happen. But up until then, it seemed like maybe, but no, this is getting too incredible. And anyway, you have to watch Judy Tenuta on some old comics
I
if you wish,
will.
on some old YouTube of Judy Tenuta. Anyway, he's saying it could happen. Well, no, it couldn't. He's already admitted it couldn't happen by saying it could, or he would cite an example of when it happens. Okay, that's number one. Number two, fruit increases bioavailability of food by enhancing digestion. The digestion of fruit is easier on the human body than any other digestion, absorption, assimilation process. It's part of why people love fruit, because it digests so easily, including the proteins in fruit. Now, the amount of protein in fruit is a bit lower than in a lot of other foods. And yet, fruit is our natural food for humans, telling us how much protein do we actually require. How much? Oh, the amount found in fruit. That is how much protein we require. And in fact, if I average all the my fruit consumption for a year, the protein in that fruit comes to about 6% of my total calorie intake. The exact same amount of protein as found in mother's milk. 6% of calories from protein in mother's milk, 6% of calories of protein in a melange, in a big mixture of fruit. Are there some fruits with less? Yes, some go down to 4%. Are there fruits with more? Yes, there's fruits with as much as 12% protein, like a yellow peach. So,
Wow.
if overall my protein consumption goes down by eating more fruit, which I consider a good thing, which I'll explain in a minute, that's a completely different thing than decreasing bioavailability. To use that word was smoke and mirrors. People don't really know what bioavailability means. Lay people have no reason to know what that means. And if he didn't then explain it, then he was, how do you want to say? It was smoke and mirrors.
Full of that shit you were going to put in my brownies?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
basically.
Basically.
Okay, now, each macronutrient, also known as caloronutrients, protein, fat, and carbohydrate, serve a specific function in the body. Fat is used as an insulator in many, many, many different ways. Glucose is used as fuel, and protein is used for growth and only growth.
Mm.
A subset of growth is repair. So if you bite your lip, it needs to repair. And a little more protein is used in that repair. But otherwise, protein is used for growth and repair being a subset. So for instance, the lining of the inside of your mouth is made of a specific kind of cell called a goblet cell. And those technically parietal cells wear out in about 24 hours and get replaced by new ones. That's considered growth. I need protein for that growth to happen on the lining on the inside of my mouth. And it's only one cell thickness. It's not a lot of protein required. Nonetheless, got to have it. Protein is required. I'm 72. How much am I growing? I'm neither growing bigger nor taller, nor I'm not
Well, I
growing
mean,
on
but
almost
muscles, like if people
up
want to put on
here.
muscles, is that what you're talking about as
Who
well?
wants to put on muscles? You want to put on a bunch of muscles?
Bulk, like, get bigger muscles.
Misfit. You want to put on muscles? It's a
Well,
yes or no answer.
not me,
Okay,
but
that's all I'm just asking you about you. I can't speak for others. I don't want to put on muscles, and
I'd
you
like
don't want to put on
I'd like
muscles.
bigger glute muscles. Uh,
Okay, you want to put on glute muscles.
yeah.
Fine. Is that done in a kitchen or in a gym?
Well, it's confusing
Is it
because
done in a kitchen or a gym? It's A or B.
I believe it's done in the gym, but
You're correct.
but
Next.
all of the people in the real world, Doug, they believe I don't are you saying that no matter what you eat, you can build muscle?
In the gym, as long as you eat enough. If you starve yourself constantly, it's very hard to grow. Starving stunts growth. But as long as you're eating enough calories, you can grow, but it's got nothing to do with food.
Okay, can you, yeah, because you said protein is used for growth and repair. And when you said growth, I thought, oh, is that why these protein obsessed people in the gym, they take protein to grow their
No,
muscle?
that's not why.
Okay, that's not the same.
No,
Okay.
they've been misled.
Mm,
Protein can be isolated and sold.
mm,
Sugar got a bad rap. So selling sugar is a little tougher.
yeah.
A bag of sugar or a bag of protein powder, they'll both give you calories. How much protein do I need? Nutrition is really easy to understand once I accepted Goldilocks as a true story. I don't want insufficient protein and I don't want too much.
Mm-hmm.
I want my protein intake to be just right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much.
So
Now,
at the end of the day,
which
growing your
which
muscle. Oh,
foods would have the right amount of protein for humans? Humans' natural diet, fruits and shoots, fruits and veggies, if you wish. Fruit gives us all we need in that regard. You just have to eat enough of it to meet your calorie needs. Tell me again, how does a cow get big and muscly? How does a bull get big and muscly? How does an elephant and a giraffe and a water buffalo, how do they get big and muscly?
the
They're taking
protein
protein
powder.
powder?
The
Yeah.
protein powder.
Yeah, it must be the protein powder.